Hello Internet. Now normally I make videos about tech and about running, but today's video is about, well, everything else. So because normally I talk about running and I talk about tech and I talk about all these kind of things, but I thought it'd be interesting to perhaps cover some other subjects occasionally, and that's what this video is all about, and also other videos as well. So I'm going to talk about different subjects in each of these videos. Today is going to be about my work and kind of how I organise my day, which sounds a bit dull, so I'll try and make it as interesting as I can. And then I'll cover other subjects, other things that I'm interested in other ones of these videos. It's a bit of an experiment. I'll see how it goes. And if I get some views for it, then I'll make some more. There's one of my hounds there. Hello? I don't know where the other one is. You wagging your tail? She probably wants to be fed. Oh, there's the other one, look. There she is. There's a lot of talk at the moment about working from home. Now, I've been self-employed and worked from home for the last decade. So I kind of got used to it, really. But there's a lot of people, of course, working from home who don't do that normally. So I thought I'd sort of kind of show you my setup, really, my kind of home working setup. And you, of course, might not be able to go to quite these extremes because it might be a temporary thing for you if you're working from home. But anyway, I'll show you kind of what I do. I've got over here my computer, desk, you know, all the kind of usual stuff that you have. And but the important thing is that my work environment is in a separate room. So I've got a room where I kind of do all my work. And if you're working from home, it's quite good if you can have an area, you can have a space that is set aside just for that, whether it's a spare room or the kitchen table or whatever it may be. Of course, not everybody is going to be able to do that. And particularly if it's a temporary setup, you're not going to want to go to a lot of inconvenience. And, you know, it's not as if you can go out and really buy very much at the moment anyway. So I'm quite lucky that I've set out a whole room here where I do my work. But then, you know, it's a permanent thing. So it kind of makes sense. Now, one of the things that I find working for myself is, as well as coming and making myself a nice cup of tea or something in the kitchen, which is very nice, also what I tend to be able to do is to work kind of office hours. You always got to have one of these. So I'll get up, I'll have a usual wash, have my breakfast, all the usual stuff that you would do if you were going out to work, get dressed, go down, you know, fire up the computer and work. So, which is what I want to do. And then I'll break for lunch and go work in the afternoon and what have you. So it's like a normal working day, but just working from home. And that organisation, that structure, I find is really important. Now, having said that, I have slightly tweaked that, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, this is quite good. This is a bit of a gadget here. You know, I like my gadgets because this desk, it looks on the face of it like a normal desk, but I have a little button here that if I press this button, and press this button now, and you will see that the desk is rising up behind me. Look at this, how cool is that? Now before you let it go all the way up like that, then you can see, I'll lower it down a bit, it's a little bit too high. There we are. You can see now that I am standing by my computer and I am standing to work. So that's quite good. And I can push the chair up out of the way and then I can stand to work. What's the matter with you? Hey, what's the matter with you? Now the reason that I've got this is a sit-stand desk. And the reason that I've got a sit-stand desk is because when I worked for, I didn't work for myself, I worked for a company. And every day, I would, rain or shine, I would go out for a walk. I would just go out and just kind of clear my head, get a bit of fresh air right on the coast. So it was quite nice to walk sort of in the local area. And that's what I didn't realise, I suppose, is that was helping not just sort of kind of my mental well-being, but of course my physical health as well. When I started working for myself, I kind of stopped doing that overnight. And I'd work from home and I'd only go out maybe at weekends, take the dogs for a walk, that kind of thing. And during the week, I'd just be sitting at my desk and I'd be working. And that's not necessarily a good thing. I've always had like a little bit of back trouble, lower back trouble. I've never let it stop me doing anything, even when I probably should. And after I've been working for myself for a couple of years, I put my back out. I've been doing some work in the garden and lifting stuff around. I can't remember exactly what it was that I was doing, but it's not important. My back went and I actually developed sciatica. Now, I have to say that is incredibly painful. If you've ever suffered from it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is horrendous. It's really bad. I imagine, I'll never know because I'm a bloke, but I would imagine that childbirth, ladies, probably smarts a bit. Looks quite painful, really, looking in from the outside, so to speak. But sciatica, yeah, that's quite painful too. I don't know how it compares, but it does hurt a lot. Now, the NHS were absolutely brilliant because I saw my GP. It was fun getting down there, I can tell you. Saw my GP and he referred me to a physiotherapist who I saw within days. And they gave me exercises and they sorted me out within a few weeks. They sorted me out. But being self-employed, I had to carry on working and that was no fun, I can tell you. Ah, now look at this. Here, look, a quick break. This has got nothing to do with working from home. But look at this. This is a face mask which my wife homemade. She got the old Janome out and some old bits of material and she's made some. She did this about a week ago and I haven't actually been anywhere where I think, oh yes, I'll wear my face mask. But it could happen. It could happen. Look at that. How talented. Isn't she talented? Very good, that. And here's a photo. Look, this is us wearing our face masks. Don't we look good? Yeah, look. Anyway, so I made a few changes after that to how I set things up. I started going out for a walk every day. I adjusted my day. I was talking earlier on how about working office hours, but actually I've sort of tweaked that so that I will go out kind of in the morning normally if I can, and I'll do a bit of work, go out for a walk with the dogs and my wife, and it's very nice. Then come back, have a bit of lunch, work in the afternoon. It means often that I'm doing some work in the evening as well, so that I end up doing a full day. But that's fine because it gets me out and gets a bit of exercise and it's very good. And the other thing was this sit-stand desk. So I stand for long parts of the day. And those two things have meant that my back has kind of, touch wood, behaved itself over the last few years, because it was quite a few years ago that all this happened. So that's why I've got the sit-stand desk. It's quite expensive getting this. I mean, I kept the same top of the desk and I just replaced with these sort of hydraulic legs. And that's great. So I just bought the legs. But then they themselves were quite expensive because they're quite load bearing. They can take a lot of weight. Each leg of the two legs can take 80 kilos of weight, I think. So there's 160 kilo weight across the whole desk. See, hello, work that out there. See, here you get me. You can buy things that are a lot cheaper that are literally you just put your computer on and your keyboard and then you can like lift that part up and it sits on your desk. But this actually, of course, raises the whole desk, which I kind of prefer, and I don't regret spending the money on this. So it kind of went a bit weird. With this whole sort of lockdown thing, I had a lot of conversations with customers about what they were going to do with this whole situation that they found themselves in. Now, I'm a web developer, an app developer. That's kind of what I do. That's my day job for myself. And it's been really interesting actually to see what people are doing to adapt really to the kind of, what are they calling it? The new normal. And one of the things I've been working on, this I think I'm having a look at here now, is a dog club that I go to with my dogs. And of course the club had to completely shut down. Yeah, you're really, what are you looking at me like that for? Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? I know what it is. Your mum's gone out, isn't it? Is that what it is? You wonder where she is? She'll be home soon. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, so I worked with the dog club and created a series of online videos, challenges for people to carry out with their dogs. Things like, I'm trying to think what it was now. What were they? I'm having a look at the challenge. Oh yes, a go round challenge, a targeting challenge, a star challenge, which is a good one. You have to send your dog round things to actually make the shape of a star. Chin challenge, putting your chin on something, not your chin, the dog's. And a leave it challenge. And the one that I'm going to be working on next is they've sent me the videos for it. They've actually been sort of isolating recording and then I edit them and put titles on and just generally, whiz them up a bit. And the next one is going to be like a box one, putting things into a box. And there's a really funny one. I'll cut a bit of video in now of one of the dogs actually trying to take some treats out that are hidden inside the box with some toilet rolls, and it's quite amusing. Anyway, that one. So there's been all sorts going on, and it's just different because the people in the club can't take their dogs for training anymore. So it's quite interesting to think, well, okay, how can we do it in a different way so that people can still get a bit of ideas of what to do with their dogs, because it's really important to keep your dog entertained and sort of mentally challenged as well as physically exercised while all this kind of lockdown stuff is going on. So that's been really interesting to work on. So if you are working from home at the moment, then all I can say, really, best advice I can offer is to just kind of be organised, be structured with your day, and just try and kind of treat it like you're in the office, but okay, admittedly you're not. And of course it means that you can drink the tea that you want. That's got to be the best thing. Yeah. Anyway, this has just been a bit of an experiment. I'm going to make some other videos about stuff, about other things. So this kind of probably isn't as slick as I would perhaps like it to be, but I'm going to, I would imagine, develop these videos and make them a bit slicker and a bit better and a bit more organised as I sort of do more of them. But what do you think? Do you think that I ought to just really shut up and just concentrate on the running and the tech and not do these kind of other weird things? I don't know, maybe, or should I do some more of these? I really don't know. I'd really like to know what you think, so please post your comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you haven't enjoyed it, well, a dislike button's there for you too. And please subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching this very rambly video, and maybe I'll do this again, maybe I won't. But whatever happens, there will be another video, the running video, coming up next week. So see you for that. Thanks for watching.